Come
Ashton
up.
Jenkins.
I'm right here, sir.
Come on up. Your lawyer's here now. We're gonna do probable cause again so she can just hear what happened.
All right.
Okay, do you mind?
Yes, Judge.
Please,
I'll
state.
read it again. On March 2nd, 2025, officers were dispatched to a traffic hazard. Upon arrival, the officers were monitoring the traffic and crowd control of the patrons leaving the bars that closed around 2 a.m. At approximately 2:20 a.m., the officers observed an altercation occurring in front of D-Bar. Officers ran towards the crowd, telling them to stop. As officers approached, the crowd dispersed, and the officer observed the defendant punch a male who fell to the ground and was semi-conscious. The defendant and complainant do not know each other. The officer yelled at the defendant to stop and observed the defendant use his right foot to stomp on the complainant's head while he was laying on the ground semi-conscious. The officer grabbed the defendant, and the defendant tried to stomp on the complainant's head again, who was now unconscious. The officers were successful in taking the defendant to the ground, and the officers told the defendant to place his hands behind his back, but the defendant refused and resisted by holding his hands under him in front of his chest.
All right, here's how it starts March 2nd, 2025. Around 2:20 a.m. downtown, near a closing bar, officers spot a fight breaking out. They move in fast. In the chaos, a man throws a sudden, brutal punch, knocking someone to the ground, but he doesn't stop. He stomps on the victim's head while he's down. The crowd scatters, but police see it all. They shout, charge in, and try to stop the attack. This wasn't random, it was deliberate, and officers weren't letting it slide.
The officer was able to get his right arm out from behind him, but the defendant continued to resist and hold his left arm under his chest while the officers continued to give orders to put his hands behind his back. The defendant resisted and said he did nothing wrong. The officers were eventually able to handcuff and detain the defendant.
He is, at this point, only charged with the resisting. I don't know if they're gonna do any further charges in the future for the assault. I have ordered him as a condition of his bond not to go back to this location, not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I put a monitor on his ankle so I know that he's not gonna go back and that he's not out in the middle of the night. I have given him a curfew because I just, you scare me. And I don't want you out in the middle of the night.
Well, Judge, if I can, when you're done, Judge, you know I don't want to interrupt you, but if we can consider, because he hasn't been charged with anything else, what I did hear is I hear that these officers arrested him that night, and I'm quite sure that whenever they called DA intake, they ran the facts down just as they wrote in the den.
Break this down more clearly. The victim's already on the ground, barely moving, and the attacker goes for another stomp. Pure brutality. Officers jump in and wrestle him down, trying to get his hands behind his back. But he's not cooperating. He fights back, tucks his arms underneath, and resists hard. Even while resisting, he keeps saying, "I did nothing wrong." But the facts speak for themselves. This wasn't a mistake. He didn't stop, and he didn't care. Officers finally get the cuffs on him, but it wasn't easy. And for now, resisting arrest is the only charge on the record.
I'm asking that we not, so I'm interested to see whether or not the charges were outright denied or whether it was referred.
They were
And
denied?
because we don't,
All charges were refused, and I've reached out to the intake ADA to see why they were refused.
I mean,
and so I guess the only thing that I was asking, Your Honor, is because they were refused, what we don't know is the back and the front and the forward and all the other in between of this. So I am asking if an ankle monitor not be done on just a resisting arrest and a curfew not be done on just a resisting arrest.
I'm gonna do it just for now. If I see that he can behave himself for a while, then come back and we can talk. But for now, I don't want him out in the middle of the night.
Can we just say he not go out in the middle of the night, Your Honor? But I mean,
No,
the only
because
reason-
This is where things get serious. The judge sets strict conditions: no more late nights, no bars, no alcohol, and an ankle monitor goes on immediately. Why? Simple. The judge says it outright. You scare me. That says everything. When someone stomps on a person's head, there are no second chances. The defense tries to argue, Your Honor, he's not even charged with assault yet, but the judge doesn't care. Actions speak louder than paperwork. The victim was left unconscious, and that's all the court needs to act. This is as serious as it gets.
pay for everything. So money's never an issue. How do I know that he's actually sticking to his word? I won't. The only way I know is a monitor, and I'm going to do everything in my power to, protect my community. If that means keeping you at home at night, that's what's going to happen. So, like I said, Ms. Davis, you can always come back after some time. We can discuss. I can, for the life of me, understand how they would just deny. I don't get it. But
I guess when my
It's scary.
only thing is, Judge, and I guess I'm urging it because if we have an ankle monitor on, and I understand your fears, the charges have been reduced. If we're going to look at it in terms of being safe for the community, something could happen in the daytime. I just don't want to put, and I'm asking, a restriction on somebody who can't go to work, who can't go get Pampers, who can't go get milk. Emergencies from the middle of the night.
I did 9 p.m. If you want, I can.
Tries to shift gear smart move, but too late. They argue it's just resisting arrest. Don't punish him too harshly. They ask to remove the ankle monitor and skip the curfew, but the judge isn't budging. I need to know he's not sneaking out, she says, making it clear this isn't just about one incident, it's about keeping the community safe. If he follows the rules, we'll talk later, the judge adds, but for now, he's grounded. No alcohol, no clubs, no late-night roaming. This isn't just a punishment, it's a serious warning. The court's not playing around.
Work around a schedule for work, but I'm going to put it on you. That's it. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I don't want you going to bars. I don't want you going to clubs. I don't want you using alcohol, illegal drugs. That's it.
I get you. I got you.
So we'll come back after some time. Any more issues? Talk. I'm always ears.
I know you are, Judge.
And then-
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate you for listening.
For sure. And so you want 9, you want 10, whatever you want.
If we can do 10, Judge. Mr. Jenkins,
Okay. Sure.
I guess I did not foresee this on just a resisting arrest, Judge. What are the hours you work?
Currently, right now, I'm at Exxon Mobil in Baytown working 6 to 6. I work overnight. I just got off work coming here.
That's a problem.
I can
And
talk,
so that-
I
and
talk to
that's-
my job. I got you.
That's why I was, and so Judge, that was why I was concerned. I knew that he worked. His sister used to work for me as a paralegal. And so I knew that there was some nighttime going on here. I just, I didn't know, I didn't anticipate this, so I would have had my issues together.
Right? Now things get tricky. The defense drops a surprise. They say the man works overnight shifts at ExxonMobil from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. If the curfew stays, he'll lose his job. The judge, tough but fair, pauses. I don't know this guy. He could be lying, she says. The defense pushes back, promising to bring pay stubs as proof. They're desperate to keep him working, knowing one ankle monitor could cost him everything. But the judge stands firm. She needs real evidence. She's not just taking their word for it. This is where real life collides with courtroom rules.
Take it to where he is only to go to work at whatever
not
day.
for now. I don't know him. I don't know how he's going to be. Let some time pass and then we'll come back, talk to your work. I don't want to prevent anyone from working, but.
So is he able to at least go to work, Judge, and take the curfew off and say that he is to only go to work? Because if you have an ankle monitor
how do I know
on-
he works? How do I know he works in the middle of the night?
No.
Other than
What I'm saying
work.
is, Judge, if he has the ankle monitor, Your Honor, then you can see him leaving from his house to his job.
No, Miss Davis, how do I know he actually works in the middle of the night? I have no proof of that.
Well,
other
okay, I'll
than
tell you
him
what,
saying
Judge, can I come and bring you a check? Do you have anything on your phone right now, Mr.
I
Jenkins?
got check stubs right now.
I'm not.
This isn't a Netflix drama. This is real life. The court's balancing public safety with someone's ability to keep their job. The defense argues he's just a man trying to work. Don't strap him with restrictions over a misdemeanor. And the judge listens, but she's not easy to sway. I'll allow work hours if you prove it, she says firmly. There, given time to bring proof, pay stubs, work schedules, anything showing he's actually working nights, not out at clubs. Because for this judge, it's not just about one man's freedom, it's about accountability. And she's not risking public safety on empty promises.
Different time.
All right.
I have a lot of business that I still got. I got another courtroom
Okay.
full of people still to deal with. So
Can I
come back
approach you
and-
next week on it, Judge?
Absolutely.
Yes,
100%.
sir. I'll approach you next week on it.
For now,
I got it.
go out in the middle of the night.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Come on.
Thank you.
So, Timberly, give me a second. I'm gonna get your date.
Thank you, Judge.
Or you tell me. I guess tell me what day you want.
I was just gonna come off docket, Your Honor, next week. I'm gonna
Okay.
get him to send me a photocopy of his check stub so I can present to you, because I don't want him to lose a job on a misdemeanor resisting arrest. I just need him to work. He gotta pay me. So I
I get it.
I don't want him to lose his job. You know, it's already hard enough for men, especially black men, to get jobs, especially with this hanging over his head. So he may lose his job, and plus he may have a situation where he can't go out and perhaps get another job.
Hey, you want to get together Monday? I'm happy to do it.
Yes,
I'm here
I
Monday.
will do that,
So,
Judge. I'll
whatever
be
you
there
want.
on Monday
Okay.
in person to show.
Now, the focus shifts to survival. The defense speaks with urgency, explaining he's a working man trying to build a stable life. And one charge could ruin his future. They're not just asking for freedom, they're asking for a chance to let him keep working and stay on his feet. The judge listens and agrees to review the situation on Monday, but only if they bring solid proof in person. This isn't about showing mercy, it's about following the process fairly. The message is simple: show responsibility and earn trust. Because in this courtroom, trust isn't given, it's earned.
His appearance is waived.
It's sure.
And Judge, we will be filing assault charges on this case at the time because the complainant was unconscious. He couldn't state whether he felt pain or not.
Did you hear that? That's why
Either way,
charges
Judge,
are
I
not-
just if they're gonna file, I just need, I'll do my research on it. They can contact me, let me know. But either way, I just want to talk at least about him working. That's
Yeah.
the very least, and then I can get a regular court date for him later with Ms. Bernal. But I at least want to come in to talk to you about him being able to work
Okay.
and show you some proof if I
Okay.
can. Okay.
Done.
So Ms. Bernal,
right.
whatever date is good. I think I have another case in your court coming up. Can we email you what date that is so I can put both of my cases
Yeah,
together?
But do it with
I'll come-
Ramona. Ramona's here today. It's not Victoria. So
yes,
email
sir.
Ramona.
I'll have
Okay.
the court call, my office call Ms. Ramona, and then I'll be in personally judge in person.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey, wait. We need you to file an attorney record too.
We filed actually, but I'll get him to refile it. I'll get him to refile everything.
Hold on, Timberly. I'll see.
Thank you, Your Honor. We filed an appearance of counsel.
This is on Margo.
Jenkins? Do you want to say something? No, we haven't.
Bottom of
I don't
five.
see my pen's one here. Let me see it fixed.
Pending, maybe?
No.
No, I need to file one.
Yeah, you need to file it because they don't see it.
I'll have my office. I thought they did, but I'll follow up, Your Honor. No problem. You know, I'll take care of
Not
it.
a problem. Okay,
I'll take
Timberly.
care of it. Okay.
Okay,
Thank
have
you. Can
Yes,
I be
ma'am.
excused, Your Honor, or do you need me to talk to Miss Ramona on the phone?
we're good.
Tell her to put it in the chat.
She's in the chat.
Will do.
Okay. All right, that way.
Just take a seat.
Where, down to the final steps paperwork, court dates, and last-minute filings. Emotions are still high. The prosecution might still add assault charges, so nothing's certain yet. The defense just wants their client to keep his job and avoid losing everything. This isn't just a case, it's a battle between consequences and second chances. And the judge, she's staying firm, making sure the rules are followed.